what's good, what's popping, what it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it would be. Did I tell you what it could be, what it should be, what it would be? Mm-hmm. Right now, we're about to partake in another week's episode of 4th and 1 Hot Take. And I cannot do it alone, and I really mean I can't do it alone without my player partner.
Come on again.
Peggy!
What's good, bud? Yeah! Come on now. We here. Come on, bro. What's up with you?
Man, listen, bro. It's Memorial Day weekend, bro. I'm
coming off the
screaming
weekend.
and hollering and screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, hot take, man. Let's rock and roll. What we got, Pen?
All right, so as of recent, the NFL has elected to let the NFL players play in the upcoming 2028 Olympics as the flag football games commence. All right, but everybody isn't happy about that, and that's the actual professional flag football players. And Darrell Doucette has something to say about that.
At the end of the day, I feel like I'm better than Patrick Mahomes because of my IQ of the game. I know he's right now the best in the league.
It right there.
I know he's more accurate. I know he has all these
intangibles.
intangibles. But when it comes to flag,
Doucette later clarified he didn't mean it as shade, all right, but rather as a defense of the craft and skill development in flag football.
Okay, man, hold on. Mm-hmm. We have to say, hold on. When you say certain things boldly, you can't really retract. It ain't no coming back from that. You dig what I'm saying?
Stand on business.
Like you said what you said. When you mention a person's name, you got to understand what comes with it. I ain't really meaning like that, bro. Hey, bro, first and foremost, can I speak for the people?
Come on, talk to him.
Can I really speak for the people?
Talk to him.
Mr. Doucette. Flag football, Patrick Mahomes, that ain't really, I wouldn't even want to see Patrick Mahomes in flag football. Now, we want to talk about who we want to see. Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. This is an elusive sport. This is a very shifty, greasy type of sport. And granted, while we were talking about this, that made me go back into the archives and look at some of the footage that I seen really from him. He's a very shifty guy, very elusive. I mean,
Doucette or
Doucette.
Doucette, yeah.
So he does have that in his bag of tricks.
Look at that in his package.
But understand this though, bro.
Talk to him.
And I must speak for the people. When you don't fear getting your block knocked off, you play extremely bold. So with a person who's performing at a high level with the capabilities of him getting his head blocked off and he's still performing at a high level, don't compare the two.
Yeah, it's not. Okay. That pressure different.
Yeah.
The pots is the temperature different.
Like, come on. Football is so hard that the world has realized we got to make it at least competitive for now. So let's do flag football. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not to discredit anybody that's in this space, but most people in this space are in this space
for a reason.
Because they didn't make it to the next level of what the ranking or pecking order is.
So just to be clear, so you saying a guy like Doucette or somebody in NFL,
I respect it.
It's not saying you're not good, but everybody's aspiration is to play in the NFL. And if you could, you would. That's what you're saying.
Hello.
Okay.
And not just that. This is an intramural sport.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of intramural.
Because it's inclusive. Like, if more people can play it, though, that's really what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Everybody can't go into the NFL, big dog. Yeah. So please refrain for using real football comparables to an intramural Olympic sport.
Yes. I have to interject for 1 second, because when you say intramural, that's where it started, all right? So Doucette went to Xavier University, did not play football, and he started flag football there in the intramural league at Xavier, all right? But when that came out, that news dropped about the NFL players being able to play in the Olympics, he had to say this. He said, this is a sport that we've played for a long time, meaning flag football players, and we feel like we are the best at it, and we don't need other guys.
No, you're not.
Hold on, I got to finish.
I'm sorry, bro.
If those guys come in and ball out, they're better than us. Hats off to them. Go win the gold medal for our country. So, Cam, I want to break down the differences, all right? We have to break down the differences between the flag football and NFL tackle football, okay? So you are a coach of 7-on-7, all right? So this Olympic flag football is 5-on-5, but some of the rules and regulations, the style of play is still the same. So let me go down the list of the differences. All right, Olympic flag football is 5-on-5. NFL is 11-on-11. All right, flag football is 50-yard field. NFL, as we know, is 100 yards, all right? It's no blocking or tackling in flag football. It's full contact in real football or NFL. Flag football pull ends the play. So once you pull your flag, that ends the play. Obviously, when a ball carrier is tackled on the ground, that ends the play. QB has 4 seconds to throw a pass. In the NFL, obviously, there's no time limit. In the Olympic, all players are eligible. I'm just going to run down there because we pretty much know the NFL game. All players are eligible. One defender can rush 7 yards back. No kicks, punts, or field goals. Touchdown plus 1 and 2 point tries. They have that too as well. And then you also have trick plays every down. All right? So you see the difference between, the NFL. It's unlimited amount of blitzes. It's no time limit on when the quarterback has to get rid of the ball. But you have 200, 300-pound guys in your face every play coming to, quote-unquote, knock your block off. So the pressure is different, and it's coming from someone that played intramural football and never really played organized football beyond the youth level.
He probably have tried.
Yeah.
But, and I'm speaking in all.
And he played track, bowling, and he did play tackle football.
Relax, bro. You're mentioning bowling is you're not making it better, bro. You feel me? Like, this is what I need people to understand.
This is asinine.
Like, just because you are able to watch the game, critique the game, comment on the game, we have to draw the line with comparing yourself to people in the game.
Yeah.
Flag football is a safer, like I said, more inclusive sport derived from football, right? But if Ayo, hot sauce, Escalade, Spider, Cadillac, or the professor were to tell me,
half man,
man, respectfully, I'm better than Steph Curry. Relax, big guy.
Yeah.
You're good, but you're taking a sport.
That's a good analogy.
That's derived. Just stay with me, Peggy.
Okay, I'm with you.
I'm in my bag.
Come on.
Trying to say that you're better than a person who's actually doing it in front of millions and millions of fans.
I mean, Doucette probably had some confidence from a 2018 game with the AFFL, all right, when they played some pro athletes and they actually beat them and some ex-NFL players, and they won 26-6. All right, some of the notable players on that losing squad of the professional athletes was Justin Forsett, Seneca Wallace, and Michael Johnson, track and field star. And this is some highlights from the game.
Davis with the catch. Carmouche got a lot of room. Well, look at the coverage. It's back. Boosh.
Okay, Chris Paul.
Hits McCray, and the flag gets.
He is 35 years old.
Yep.
Back in 2018, those guys that he was playing with was past their prime. So I would say it like this, and with all due respect, the main reason why a lot of professional football players have not decided to kind of dabble into flag football is because there wasn't a worthy incentive. I can really see people taking flag football serious now because primarily as a football player, the caveat is, yo, I want to win a Super Bowl. Well, now individuals are not able to get a gold medal, especially for the inaugural one. Like the first one, oh man, we was the first one to win. Like, yeah. So it's going to get real competitive, not just for the Darrell, Doucettes of the world, but for any and everybody, right? And with that respect, understanding I use a comparable or he used a comparable that he's better than Patrick Mahomes. And that's one of the main reasons is because Patrick Mahomes, there's nothing for him to gain by playing flag football with his type of resume. But I will say I wouldn't want to see Patrick Mahomes play flag football.
Yeah.
You got guys like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and I'm going to tell you who would really be a juggernaut.
Who?
As a quarterback, flag football, Kyler Murray.
Oh, yeah. Damn, I didn't even think about
Man,
Kyler.
he would.
He a Darrell, but like actually NFL Darrell.
You see what I'm saying?
Darrell?
This would be something that I would love to see Kyler Murray and really Bryce Young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guys who are elusive, shifty, able to make a guy miss. But there is some insufficiencies in the rules of flag football.
Why you say that?
Because one of the rules is one person can rush. You should be able to rush as many people as possible. When I'm looking at Darrell Doucette and his highlights or his games, one guy will not and cannot touch him, let alone pull a flag that's flapping in the wind, and some flags are on the side and it made its way to different variants of the body. And I'm saying to myself, bro, one guy will not be able to do that.
But who's going to be able to – you need a blocker.
That's a bad – no, that's a bad rule. If you're going to make the playing fields fair, guys like Darrell Doucette is a cheat code because they have the ability to make a guy miss. How do you offset that is allow as many defenders to blitz as possible. Now, when he gets pressure from this side, he's running to another blitzer.
He's going to have to
fair.
check down. He's going to have to find – that's what you really go through in the game.
Man, you can blitz anybody however many times,
But it's a person open, though. You got to find an open man.
You got to find an open guy.
Yeah.
Because they've now allowed guys in 7-on-7 to do that because it was so lopsided. First off, 7-on-7 is such an offensive favored sport that any good quarterback with a good receiver core will carve up any type of defense. Correct. Because there's only so much things and so many things that you can do with 7 defenders. Cover 2, cover 3, man to man. And you got a guy that can beat that. But, the point is when you're comparing different leagues and when you lose the fear of being hit and now you're able to just be shifty, like, bro, you got to – like, he's really good. He's a guy who I saw as like, ooh, yeah. Probably in real football, he will never have the opportunity to play quarterback, but he will be a very shifty player with the ball in his hands. Yeah. A gadget guy, which may be like a running back, slot defender, and it's just that when you look at it. But for him to go out on that limb and say, yo, I'm really better than Patrick Mahomes. Hey, my boy, you are speeding. Yeah. Slow down, bro.
Or even when he's saying, like, these players are, better in this sport than, like, the NFL. He's like, if they beat us out, then cool. But, I don't think we've been playing this so long, I don't think we need a certain, like,
you probably don't. Like, I seen a clip where, play this one.
Second away from breaking that up. Here's Doucette with his reply. Throwing deep.
I'm sorry. I can't not be honest. This ain't me hating.
Yeah.
This ain't me not congratulating. This is just me. They're playing Austria, bruh. Okay. Why do I say they're playing Austria? Boy, it's looking extremely dark in the American side, right? We used to have this saying called check milk.
What's the milk check?
That's pretty self-explanatory.
We come to the line of scrimmage, we see a Caucasian person guarding somebody at the receiver position. There's a high chance that the guy who's getting covered by the white guy is going to get the ball by simply saying, yo, check milk. It is similar to the analogy that they use in basketball. Hey, there's a mouse in a house. When I look at this clip when they're playing Austria, it's a whole field full of milk and check milk. It's not anything that's derogatory. That's not anything that's just disrespectful. It's them saying, hey, coach, I got a mismatch.
Dude, it's an honor to be on the field and you're like the only Caucasian out there.
It's got to be happen a lot more when you're on defense.
Yeah. And when it's like noticed and the boys are like, hey, Will, you know you're the only white dude out here? And I'm like, trust me, I've noticed the entire time.
Hereditary, and from what I've seen in the past, they can't run. And then there's a movie that says they can't jump either. So if you're trying to compare and contrast, you say like, yo, dog, I got a mismatch. Now, when you look at the history of the sport of football and you say to yourself, hold on, there's been some white guys that can ball. Cool. John Lynch.
Yes.
Cool.
For sure.
Harrison Smith. Cool. Cooper DeJean. Cool. But guess what they played? Safety. Hello. There's only one. And I mean there's only one. Shout out to the forefather for holding his bloodline down. It was Jason C. Horn. Now we talking about nickels, we talking about different derivatives of the DB position. Bro, Jason C. Horn was probably the last DB that was a cornerback, a true cornerback that had some type of impact of football. When you think about my good Caucasians, if I see him at DB, no, bro, come on at offensive tackle. Come on, linebacker. Hey, running back now with my dog C-Mac. Quarterback for sure. But DB? Yeah, I like y'all and all, but if I see somebody covering one of my receivers, I don't care who he is, tight end too. But if you covering the receiver, nah, bro. We're going at that guy. So that clip showed Austria. Yeah, that ain't it.
But just the talent overall that they playing is not an NFL corner talent.
There's no country that's going to even be remotely close if you open the floodgates of talent, especially saying that, yo, we can go back in the pool of the NFL players to have them play. Man, it's not even supposed to be close. It's not supposed to be close. On paper, we should demolish everybody, whether it's intramural players, AAFL, XFL, UFL, USA in 5.
But this is one thing I think with this, and this is a stretch, but this is the doorway for other nations to start dominating the game of football.
Peggy, I don't care. Doorway, passageway,
Stairway to heaven.
hallway, USA, all the way. Bro, y'all can baseball cool, basketball
Here
cool,
we go, man. God,
but football,
we
man.
gonna see. I give it. After this Olympics, you're gonna see more international players being in the NFL, making a difference.
Man, Peggy, this is what you don't realize about the sport of football.
What's up?
It's multiple things that goes into making a dominant football player a dominant football player.
But I'm telling you this, though. It might not be defensive lineman, O-lineman, but when it comes to wide receiver or a cornerback, I'm trying to tell you.
Listen.
If they got the body structure,
It's a lot of dudes that got body structures.
look like Tarzan, hit like James.
It's not even that. You got to have size. You got to have speed. You got to have strength. And there's another one.
What?
You have to have coordination, bro. You just can't be no just floppy dude over
Nah,
there.
but I
just
think after we
big
see-
muscles and
But I do
man,
think it would
come
be
on,
some
bro.
standouts from other countries.
I'm
in
pretty
this
sure.
field. And
But
it's
to
gonna be like,
find,
oh, damn.
but to find 11 of them
11?
that can beat a USA 11, ooh, that'd be hard to do. Probably one,
Y'all mark this
maybe two, but 11?
We gonna see.
They probably can get them a kicker because they play soccer. They dominate soccer in other
It
different
ain't no
places.
kicking in this. No special team.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So who you got as your all-star USA team?
First and foremost, I don't even really care about defense because defense, we just had needed somebody. This is the rule that we have, it was 7-on-7, that I will implement with the same thought process with flag football.
Coach Boog.
Coach Boog, one stop. All we need is one stop that wins us the game. 2 stops equates to a blowout. 3 stop, mercy rule. So anybody can, with the talent pool that you can pick, we just need to find one stop.
Hold your person for 4 seconds.
3 downs or 4 downs. Do that, and we win. You do that twice, blowout. 3 stops, mercy rule. All right? Now.
So who you got?
So retired, fired, liar, I don't care. This is desired team that I like for the USA 2028. Number 1, my quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
And the reserve will be Kyler Murray. And I will be even more to say, I start Kyler Murray before Lamar Jackson. Now, my receivers look like Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams,
Okay.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. I mean,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? Running backs. I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey at running back, even though 2028, he will still be better than whoever Austria or really Jamaica or really China or really whoever else got. I'm sorry for them countries catching a stray, but it just is what it is. Jahmyr Gibbs if C-Mac can't go.
Alternate, okay.
Alvin Kamara if C-Mac or Jamar Gibbs can't go.
Okay, those are your alternate.
And whatever you want to do on defense, do on defense. Figure it out.
But that's your offensive team.
I mean, it is venomous. Did I mention Tyreek Hill, man?
Yeah. I wonder if all these players still gonna be rocking.
It don't matter, man. Because if you ask me,
What's
Bug, would you be on the USA football team? Absolutely.
You come out retirement to play?
I've never retired.
There
Watch
you
your
go.
mouth, Peggy.
There you go.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm ready, willing, and able to represent my beautiful country of the United States of America. America, America. It's your humble servant, ready, willing, and able to lead our country to victory. I'm Cam Newton, and I approve this message. Bug and Peg, 2028.
There you go, Olympics, baby. We here.
There you go, bro. So, we came, we saw, we conquered, Peggy. Anything else that we left out?
I think it's a clear difference between the NFL and any other football league.
The facts are what the facts are, ladies and gentlemen.
Can't wait till 2028.
I can't wait. Hopefully we here, Peggy.
We here. We in LA.
Like my grandma used to say, Lord, spare my life to witness this. I would really appreciate it. And that's our hot take of the week.